Sie packen.
Hi everyone out there! Here are these two strange guys with yet another revision, and today it's going to be a matter of time that one of us will fall. We're right into the board view and commence the game.
We have, I think it's a standard we came up with. You have this crow's foot, and I have this, I don't know.
Yeah, but we are still practicing and always trying different formations. I was contemplating that maybe freeing up this spot and forming something different here could be a nice idea, but we will come with that up later.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a starship from Space Invaders.
Yeah, very
It seems
symmetrical.
to work, so I ain't gonna question it.
Mhm.
And we have some stuff around the middle here. You know, this is defended.
And the symmetry is broken.
And I did what I like to do in these positions. I want to move forwards and maybe gain some space.
Yeah, you gain the space in the center, and I'm trying to come from the flanks. And well,
This is maybe a attack here, but it's more an idea maybe to go here, right? Or
yeah, but not at the moment. Actually, you see these two spots are properly defended by these two guys here. This is Tethys and the Sagittarius from behind. And the major point of this is to prevent you from forming a ballista yourself.
but I could, and this is defended.
No, I meant you cannot form a ballista here, so I could bring you down. Okay, we would have an exchange, but you cannot bring up the ballista and threaten me. Now
That's
there
right.
are two
I
threats.
attack on here and then attack here. I defended that as it seemed more important. And you can't really take here because I can just take two and you're kind of boned. So.
No, not just two. 2 and 3, I would be completely gone.
Yeah, I could also take the whole thing, and upon your retake, I could take.
Ah,
3.
you meant to decide just take 2 and let the server starve. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
And my plan now was to go on this line, as there was a ballista, there was a Sagittarius, and the Tribune himself, so it looked to be a nice idea. And
it really would be. I'm still thinking about what you said before. If you leave a servus on one of these spots and he's completely immobile because he cannot move ahead, then he becomes some stopping point for my units. He's blocking everything. It's like a plug there.
But you would also hinder my development.
Yeah, that's right.
And you kind of let me do it. Everything I wanted to. Oh, not yet. We have this fella doing the important stuff.
Yeah.
I probably had ideas of getting rid of him, but I didn't know how.
Mm.
Oh
Haha.
yeah. This was
Was not defended at all. And now.
By the way, my plan was to shove this guy up here. There are two main ideas. The first one being that I attack this, and the second one being that if you take, that this opens up.
Yeah. You would deflect this Sagittarius, the guardian of these two fields. Yeah. Okay,
You
threatening the diagonal where the Tribune has to be is always a good idea, so this one is pinned.
because if that would move, you could impro.
Yeah.
That's why I overprotected it.
Mm.
And you sadly took my my
Yeah.
archer. Why did you do this? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the Equus already took one Savus here, so it's quite an exchange. I didn't lose material, and I completely rendered your plan irrelevant because now you don't have a Sagittarius to jump here.
yeah, okay.
And this is, I don't know, just an exchange. And this way you have to undevelop. You have to go backwards.
But I have one thing more.
Yeah, but one is,
Yeah, I remember now. You went for this kind of idea.
but it's useless.
I wouldn't say useless, but I'm quite well guarded
It's
here.
not the best idea in the world because I could move to this spot, but it's defended by a Sagittarius. You would take, I would retake, you would retake. So this is to no avail. And the two other spots here, they are defended by this Equus and the Sagittarius. No, by this Equus. And well, it's not enough. I would lose my unit.
And
Now it's a different thing, but now I'm under attack. And it's a fork.
yeah, but if I take 4 here, you just take my
Yeah,
thing.
and that's the point. That's how you can defend a threatened unit by this fork, just to go in between and threaten what Max mentioned. And well, now it's not so clear. You can take this Equus, of course, because it's just guarded by 3. But this way I could spare my material, save it somehow.
Yes.
Ah, no.
I attacked it again because you can't move away because,
This
I
is
would kill
mean.
you.
What I would do now is split up this guy with an status here and an status here. Sorry for the arrows.
But the nice
I am.
geometric thing is
Hmm?
that you cannot even take here because I would just retake.
I was wondering if these may be Cupid's arrows. And this is, I don't know. Ah, yeah, yeah, okay.
It
The status
fulfills
would,
the
yeah,
purpose
yeah,
of putting up more pressure.
yeah, and taking back. And now, yeah,
And we have a big exchange.
that's it. But I lost a move because to deal with this guy, I have to invest some more time.
And this move both gave me a valuable unit that controls these fields, but it also
Pre,
constrained your ballista.
yeah,
The only problem being that you can come in and that that was not my plan, but it seemed to work out. I think had I gone here, it would even have been next. So very dangerous stuff.
and now this Sagittarius is guarding here. Otherwise, I could have instantly taken here, threaten you again, and you would lose material. The next point would be maybe, yeah, now. Yeah, but just because I couldn't take the status here.
And
But
I
maybe I should have done it. Gaining 2, losing 3, gaining 3, I would be up material or even equal.
And here comes a slight problem. I would really love to deal with this, but I would have to attack the Tribune and simultaneously attack this, and it's not so simple to do that. So first I attacked you like this because I could, but
Hmm.
I don't think that I took here because you could have traded,
But you
even
get
though
no, you get more material, or
um yeah
that would be a
I,
pleasant exchange from your perspective, I would say. You gain 6, I gain 3.
that's true. I wonder why I thought that. Um
Yeah, normally you are not the guy who's taking advantage of material. You are cutting off the branches and providing a next. I'm the guy who's fists up and beating the beep out of you.
Bare knuckles.
Yeah.
Um or somehow I saw it, so
Yeah. And now
I
I'm 5 points down.
oh
This, and this
that's
is
ugly.
the next
Oh no.
situation.
And you had very little material. But uh, the problem now is that you have a lot of split things. And when you have a Centuria on the board, that's not what you want to have. You want
Uh,
multiple units that can actually do something. And I'm quite sure that I lost one or the other here.
yeah, if you have these scattered servi, um, I mean, these two can come close and combine and move somewhere else. But if you have a look at these two, they will never reach each other, and so they are useless, or would be even if there wouldn't be any units to collect them.
Oh, yeah. My
Yeah, this
Tribune
is Tribune is
doing a good
defending,
job of
uh,
defending here.
unfortunately.
And the Centuria can get close. So you will
Yeah,
have tried, but um, there's nothing.
nope.
Because you can't go here, and if you go there, then fine, I'll move out of the way.
And
And
still protecting the Equus. This is the
yes,
important point.
and look what I've set up from the distance.
Hmm.
Everything is covered. So the only thing you can do is walk back.
Yeah, and I did.
And my plan here was that I would restrict your movement here and get you to this part of the game, of
Of
the
the
board,
board. Hmm.
so that you're wedged at the corner of the board, and I would have some winning chances, or greater winning chances.
I was very limited at this point. I'm completely following your orders. Move
Yeah,
here, move there.
but
Your, you
it's not that trivial.
stupid puppet.
Oh. It's not that trivial, as I can't get close to you yet,
Hmm.
and I was very frightened, or I saw a future where you would do this, and it would be very annoying to catch you.
Yeah.
So I hope that you would
Do
do use
something,
the
do
stuff
something stupid.
so that I would have enough time
Yeah.
to actually do something.
And
That is
so,
that's so disrespectful. And my plan here was that I don't want you to go here. But you didn't, so.
Yeah.
For you, maybe at home, don't do that, as it's wasting a lot of time. And look, I said before, I can see a future where this happens. Yeah, this future is gone.
Mm.
You will never achieve this again.
But you
And
have to pull your Aquas out of the way. Right now you are under attack.
yeah, but I don't think it's that significant of a win. And here I really wanted to go here to disable your just to cut off another hexagon. So I went there in order to go here.
I was thinking about the move, maybe just what if here would be a Sagittarius? I mean, you could not move here nor there, so you had to move, but everything is cut off.
Oh, oh,
So that would be sufficient.
yeah, I did it my way, and I used our grateful warrior, or I don't know.
Because this Aquis here in the corner, or not in the corner, but
Yeah,
here
he's
down here,
doing the important.
he's
Oh,
down
sorry.
doing this. Yeah, he's doing the important job, and he does not need any support at the moment because you're not close enough. So that's it.
By the way, I
Next in one, next in one. The eval bar says, "Hey, man."
you can't go anywhere now.
Yeah.
Again, this one is completely useless. And I thought about uh, a I thought about a way how I would kill you, and I figured that I would have to do this, and build a Sagittarius here, I think, or somewhere, and then it's next. But
But I would say we both agree at this point that it's ridiculous. 2 equity are enough to cut off every branch of movement from the Centuria here. You could just hop around. Or maybe if I would go here, then the color complex changes. Okay, then it's not sufficient.
yeah, this is the problem.
Mm.
But I
Yeah,
have this
now,
guy
yeah.
here,
Yeah, but as I blocked it myself, you could have cut me off.
and I thought it would be necessary to do
Mm.
this, but it really isn't, because look at White's next move.
Yeah,
Can't walk,
I'm
obviously,
forced.
but you have to do something.
Yeah.
And you can now decide if you want to go down here, 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 or here. And
And
I
all of
think
these fields.
you wanted to die here.
Yeah.
Oop. Oh, you're doing the bird thing again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Decapitated.
no. You know when some bird species, when they're frightened, they will just
Stick the head in the sand.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what
In
you're
Germany,
doing.
it's the Vogelstrauß. I don't know how this species is called in English.
I would say let's go to the goodbye screen.
It's a quite big bird, not capable of flying. Okay, we're on the goodbye screen. Take the word, please.
Mm, I think this was a nice lesson in that uh, the that you're forced to do something, and when you run out of moves, that you kind of die. And I think this is a nice motif for the future, maybe that you want to cut off every good move to break down all the defenses and attack mechanisms so that the opponent has to do something just bad. In this case, walking into the open field, and in another case, maybe, sacrificing. And
Yeah,
I think,
and it's a nice lection how to bully around your dad without being punished at all. Okay.
okay.
I didn't want
So,
to interrupt you, sorry.
it's, I don't mean, I don't care. So, um, I haven't slept a lot,
Slept?
um, and
SLAP.
anyways, I would say have a good day, have a great time, and see you soon.
On Tribun.